Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where I have discovered a small flaw in our defense plan of South America here. And that flaw is exactly what was exploited here. Now, I ordered this guy manually to come out here and attack this Mexican unit. Because his organization is so low, I believe that we can take this back immediately. But this guy is part of the South American Coast Guard, and what we're going to do is we're going to add to the area defense order. They should defend this area too. It wasn't selected. So, that was part of the problem there. That's for sure. Now, as far as the rest of this goes, we're building up some defenses over here, and we're just trying to get those defenses dealt with. Now, these guys are still on their way over, and it'll take them a while to get there. That's okay. We are pushing this unit out. There is another American unit attempting to land at Lima, but we don't expect him to finish there. Now, the fighting strength here is only 12% because we're low on manpower, and I mean, yeah, this is a pretty low priority to reinforce, but we do have 1.76k manpower right now, and we're going to get another dump here in a few days. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this will be okay. And we should stack weight this unit. It has no access to supplies and is losing this combat. Now, our naval situation over here is not the greatest, but we're working on it. And over time, we're going to do a few more changes to our naval situation here. We're just trying to get as much of the U.S. covered here and defend some of these territories. We're moving a lot of our ships, so this is not the final state of what this will look like. And we're also constructing additional ships, and if we go into here, I mean, we're constructing those jet fighters. We've almost recovered on our production efficiency, although it'll take a while to fully cap out. It goes fastest at the beginning. So that'll be fine, and we are working on quite a number of ships, but we do have a bit of a steel deficit currently, as well as a bit of an aluminum deficit, and a lot of the reason for that is, I believe, because of sabotaging in resistance areas, specifically here and here. I'm a little surprised that Germany has... or this is not Germany, this is Poland. I'm a little surprised that Poland has gotten this far, but I'm actually... now that I realize that that's Poland, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Fair enough. Fair enough. So we've got some issues over here as well. I'm not too concerned about that. What I am a little bit concerned about is the fact that it's going to take our operative quite a long time to finish this rescue mission. And how's that looking, actually? If we go into here... outlook is routine. Okay, so it's going to be another 27 days to finish that, and once that's done, we'll have both of these, and we'll just put one into France and one into Poland, most likely. In the meantime, we are pushing into Republican Italy here, and we expect overall to be able to win this. It'll just take some time to crush them. We don't want France and Poland to rebel while we're doing this, though, so fingers crossed that that doesn't happen. Looks like we're good here. We're less good over here. I'd actually like to send these guys over to help out, and this light tank brigade as well. So yeah, you can see here we stopped attacking, and his organization is still very... where did he go? Oh, okay, he's still there. He's getting reinforced. Interesting. I'm gonna send all of these units up here. Get in there. You can wait. Yeah, more are popping in. I'm not surprised by this. The U.S. is moving more and more units in over here. I was really hoping... no, stay here. Stay here. Thank you. I was really hoping we'd be able to get this under control, but it looks like these guys, at the very least, they're going to need to form a new army here, and they're going to have to frontline here. To that end, I do actually want to fortify this area. And actually, that should be positioned at the top priority like that. Okay, let's get this area fortified, see what we can do here. I mean, I don't necessarily expect these guys to be able to deal with this. Like, they've moved a lot of units in here. These are mostly Mexican units right now, and we have reinforcements on the way, and we're actually holding that. Good. Okay, so we want to continue to hold this. I want to check our fort over here, make sure that this is all correct still. It is. Good. Okay. Yeah, this was definitely a mistake, not including that in our defense order. Huge, huge mistake there. On my part. But that's okay for now. How are we doing over in Republican Italy for our air situation? That is great. We're very happy about this situation. Over here, our fortunes haven't improved all that much. So let's see here. This is friendly planes lost versus enemy planes shot down. I may have been reading this backwards in some of our previous readings of this, but we're losing less than we're shooting down, and that's great to see. As we continue to produce our top-level fighters, that should get a little bit better. Specifically, that is... I'll have to scroll up. Specifically, that is our Fighter 3 Mark IIs and our Jet Fighter 2 Mark IIs. So that's great. We are short on aluminum, and that's definitely something that we are working on. How goes our rescue operation? 21 additional days on that. Is this saying 45? Oh, support equipment. I was going to say, is this 45 factories to do that? That would be insane. But no, it's not. It is not. Okay, we're making some progress over here. That's good to see. Very, very good to see, in fact. I don't necessarily expect Republican Italy to put up that much of a fight, but they're going to put up some fight, to be sure. We need to get our operatives freed, though. That is kind of a top priority right now. And let's see here. This division should move in to reinforce some of this over here, but for now, I'm going to move it in here. These guys have gotten some units removed from them, but that's okay for now. How's our construction going over here? Okay. We're holding for now. And we're continuing to work on that, so that's good. Wonderful. How's our naval situation? Much better. Much, much better. That's what I wanted to see right there. Okay. That's really good. Our shipping situation through the English Channel isn't amazing. We knew that would be the case. Okay. Yeah, resource and building sabotages going off over here. I'm not shocked by this, but I am slightly disappointed by it. This is a stalemate. And for now, I'm okay with that. Ooh, they pushed us here, didn't they? Let's see here. No, we might have pushed them and they pushed back. This looks all the same. Okay, that's fine. So this unit that is, of course, assigned over here, this garrison unit, how far away are these guys? Honestly, they have mostly arrived. That's good to see. We want them to dig in and entrench. I do not want to give them an attack order. We are down to 21 divisions over here, but with these reinforcements, that should stop, and this should, in theory, become a bit of a stalemate. Now, these guys over here. The enemy is considered much, much stronger. At least right now. I just want them to dig in. What we're really interested in doing is winning this air war. That said, I mean, that's not great. But in theory, we should be outproducing them. So I'm reasonably okay with that. I mean, we're currently producing 30 fighters every day. And I want to throw more of them into this fray. So, where is a good airbase to do that from? This one is actually a good one. So we're going to go ahead and put in a new air wing here. This is going to once again be Fighter 3s. And those are Fighter 2s, Fighter 3s. Okay. And then we're going to bump this up to 1,000. And once again, we are going to set them on air superiority over here. Okay. We can do the same thing again here. And we're going to do that. So, fighter 3s. Here's some. And we're going to bump that up to 1,000 of them. And they are going to be running air superiority over here. Now, I do fully expect that we probably don't have a huge surplus of them anymore. Still 6.3k. Interesting. That has dropped, but, I mean, as more get shipped over this way, we expect that to drop substantially more, I think. Okay, we're going to continue to move more fighters in here. This is where the air war is. Oh, this is a big freeze. What's going on here? I don't know. No pop-ups, but that's okay. So, can we see what the supply is here? Majority Type Fighter 3 Mark IIs. Right. Apparently not. I would be interested in seeing what the air supply reinforcement status is here. We have unfulfilled import requests, steel from the Swiss Imperial Confederation, and oil from Nueva Gran Colombia. Now, I don't think that we need the oil from Nueva Gran Colombia anymore, so let's just go ahead and get rid of that one. I wouldn't be upset about getting 200 aluminum from Greater Hungary. This would actually be a really good thing to do. And Greater Hungary has a few units of steel as well. We'll go ahead and do that. And otherwise, this looks good. Okay. We can't back off that aluminum order anymore, but that's fine. We have an unassigned division over here, and I would love to assign that over to this army. So that'll go reinforce our territory over here. You can definitely see we're getting pushed back over here, and I'm just trying to slow it down as much as possible. I think this is too wide of a front to really build fortifications the way we are over here. So that's okay. I don't want to continue losing territory over here. I want to get this all taken care of. If we can get air superiority over here in a solid fashion, then that'll be huge. The question is, how long before these planes actually show up? Will that be on like a month tick? I don't know. When that happens, I do expect us to have a bit of a swing here, but I don't mind losing more planes than we're shooting down. That's okay. Because I believe we outproduce them. Ah, we're starting to see serious gains in Italy. We're through the Alps up here, and that is a big, big deal. Excellent. Can definitely see losses going on over here. There's also losses happening still over here. This is down to 20 out of 24. How are we doing on our recruitments here? They're coming along. I wouldn't mind putting the armored divisions in over here. Has this changed? Yes. It has indeed changed. Okay. So we're going to have to do something like that. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Are they pulling back? Somewhat. Okay. So we're definitely getting pushed over here, but we're trying to hold it. And we're definitely slowing them down. We do have some unassigned divisions. This guy should definitely head over to here. Okay. As Italy continues to fall, oh, that was the month tick there. And you can definitely see our manpower just disappearing into the black hole that is our army. But if we take a look at our naval map mode here, yeah, this is still looking much, much better. I'm very happy to see this. The next question becomes, do we send a force to try to cut them off over here? And I think we should. But what force? What force do we send to do that? Do we pull one of these? We do this, and then we pull one. I think. That's my current theory. So the major problem here is they do have multiple naval bases up here, right? But we definitely want to cut this off a little bit and not let this go too much further. Now, as far as situations go over here, Italy is just fine. We are continuing attacking over here, not with a huge number of fighters, but enough to keep this kind of busy. I wouldn't mind sending these guys over here to help defend that. Okay. Let's see, this is one of our attached groups, isn't it? Yeah. I don't want to detach that. You know, we don't have planes attached to these guys, or most of them anyway. That's a big part of our issue over here, isn't it? Okay, let's create some air wings for this. We do have enough manpower to do this, so we're just going to create ourselves one unit of fighter Mark III here, and we need how many? We need 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to create a few more of these. Let's see, fighter 3s. I saw some up here. Yeah, here's one. Not an interwar fighter. Fighter 3s. Oh, we have quite a lot of regular fighter 3s. Okay. That's not great, but it'll do for now, and they'll get reinforced with the better ones. I don't mind using those up. And I'm wondering why those aren't getting sent to our existing wings, but okay. We need a total of one more here. So one more unit of fighter 3s. There we go. And these should be set up to be 1,000. There we go. This one should be as well. I suppose I can just slide it. That's probably faster. There we go. And excellent. Then, of these units, and yeah, we have too many here for sure, but we can spread these out amongst these air bases a little bit, in theory. How is this? Oh, there's probably other planes here, aren't there? Yeah, there are. Okay. So we're going to assign these to their various locations, and that needs to be in air superiority. Air superiority assigned here, air superiority assigned here, and air superiority assigned here. Then we're also going to create 4 wings of bombers, and I want those to be... Now these are jet bombers, but... do we want to do jet tactical bombers? I mean, we don't have a huge surplus of those. That said, we do have a decent number. Okay. So we'll do something like this. Now, manpower constraints on those are high, but we should have enough to get this done. I mean, not immediately. They're going to have to reinforce the manpower here. There's no doubt about it. But we'll give these guys like that. We're not going to take this up to 1,000. We're just going to do 500 here. Manpower is still going to be an issue, as well as providing all of these jet tactical bombers. But eventually, they'll get there. I want them to be in close air support, and they will go ahead and do this. Okay. Something kind of like that. I realize that bombers are probably not the best at close air support, but it should do for now in theory. And to that end, I would like to increase our jet fighter, or rather, not our jet fighter Mark II production, but our jet tactical bomber Mark II production. Whoa, okay. We had a bunch of unused factories. I don't think we need quite that many. This should be plenty here for now. Negative 75 units of aluminum, but it is what it is. Unless we can get more aluminum from trading, I suppose. But I think that's unlikely. I mean, we actually can. There we go. Fantastic. So, of course, our manpower is just instantly gone. But eventually, we should see our air support over here getting much, much better. In theory. And hopefully that'll help stretch the Allies a bit more thin. But we are attempting to push into Republican Italy here, and we are making gains, so that's great. Yeah, we're definitely making gains here. The concern at this point is this push. We want to dig in here, and we want to get as many defenses up as we can in this region. We are working on that, and that's great. Yeah, you can definitely see that our defenses are starting to come online. So that's wonderful. We're working on all of this over here as well. Building military factories. I don't recall queuing that up. Okay. I mean, there are locations we can build military factories, but I don't recall queuing that up. I must have, though, at some point. Okay. I mean, I'm not opposed to building more military factories, necessarily. It's just a supply issue, right? So, a bit of a lag spike there. Seems okay. Yeah, seems okay. So we're just trying to push into Republican Italy a bit here, and the question is, what do they have for manpower? None. I have a lot of deployed army manpower in the air. Interesting. But they're getting wrecked by our Air Force. I like it. Meanwhile, in northern South America, we still haven't managed to get very many of our planes over here, I'm seeing. So I'm wondering, is this not taking Fighter 3s and is only taking Fighter 3 Mark 2s? This is taking both. But not standard Fighter 3s? Because I'd like to fill out with standard Fighter 3s. Hang on. Can we modify our reinforcement at all? That's our replacement priority. But if we go in here, that's the reinforcement limit. Got some rocket interceptors over here, sure. But what I'm wondering is, can we expand the acceptable units? If we can, I'm not seeing the option for it. I may just be blind. But if we look in here, we can see that in just Fighter 3s, and this would include all categories of Fighter 3s, I believe, we've got currently 568, so that has dropped dramatically. So they're in transit. Okay, that's good to know. They're in transit, but they have clearly not arrived yet. So once they arrive, this should change dramatically. Interesting. Well, we'll see when they decide to show up. And our defenses are definitely starting to do some work over here. I'm glad to see that. Is this a convoy raid? This is a convoy raid. I like it. -3 base war support. Sure. When can we run that again? 12 October 1974. So we can actually run it now. Let's go ahead and do that. So, of course, it's bugged, so we have to do it via the console. So we're going to subtract 75 political power, which is the cost of running the war support propaganda campaign. And we're going to then add 12 war support. I don't expect this is going to move us up above 0. But now we have 3 months. So it's currently 14 May. So that would be May to June, June to July, and then July to August. So it would be 14 August 1974 that we can run that again. 14 August. Let me note that down. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. So, I mean, our war over here is proceeding, and we're actually taking territory. I'm liking this. We're still losing a little territory over here. This isn't shocking. Gonna move this guy down to cautious. Just chill for the time being. We're not too focused on that front over in Asia at the time being. Or for the time being, rather. These guys over here. They should really be helping out in northern South America right now. These guys can as well. I want everybody who's in this region to be focused on northern South America at the moment. These guys... Are they assigned to an army? Yes, they are. Why are they down here? Well, I suppose they have enough range. Why are they close there supporting the Amazonas, though? Defending this, I guess? I don't know. I feel like that's not super helpful. Our operatives are here now, and it's interesting that I didn't get a pop-up about that. I may have clicked through it, but we absolutely need to be rooting out resistance right now, and we're going to root out resistance over here in France. And we're going to root out resistance in Poland. We also may want to switch off of construction repair over into resistance suppression. And let's do that for now. As far as construction repair goes, I feel like we're doing okay. We're only down to 37 damaged civilian factories, so that seems good to me. Let's do that and see what we can do on suppressing resistance. We don't have much defense over in Peru right now, but as long as our naval supremacy over here is sustained, it should be good. Okay. Well, it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to hope that all those planes we set up over here actually show up. In fact, it may be manpower that they're lacking. That's probably what's going on, is the manpower. At any rate, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.